Several important inventions stand out as particularly revolutionary, from the time someone bashed a rock on the ground to form the first sharp-edged tool, through the introduction of the wheel to the invention of Mars rovers and the internet. Welcome to Tech Heaven, and in this video we'll take a look at the top 10 tech inventions and technologies that changed the world. Number 10. The wheel. Prior to the advent of the wheel in 3500 BC, people were severely limited in how much and how far we could transport goods over land. The most difficult aspect of inventing the wheel was not the wheel itself. Things got complicated when it came time to attach a non-moving platform to the rolling cylinder, but the effort paid off handsomely. Wheeled carts aided agriculture and commerce by allowing items to be transported to and from marketplaces, as well as alleviating the difficulties of individuals traveling long distances. Wheels are now essential to our way of life, appearing in everything from clocks to automobiles to wind turbines. Number 9. The nail. Previously, wood buildings had to be made by geometrically joining nearby boards, which was a far more time-consuming procedure. Hand-wrought nails were the norm until the 1790s and early 1800s, with a blacksmith heating a square iron rod and then striking it on four sides to make a point. Between the 1790s and the early 1800s, nail-making machinery became available and nail-making technology advanced. Number 8. The compass. The first compass was produced in China during the 2nd and the 1st century BC, under the Han Dynasty. It was made of lodestone, a naturally magnetized iron ore whose appealing qualities had been studied for generations. However, it was originally employed for navigation during the Song Dynasty, between the 11th and 12th centuries. Soon after, the technology reached the West via maritime contact. The compass allowed seamen to navigate safely far from land, allowing the world to be opened up for exploration and the eventual rise of global trade. The compass, an instrument that is still commonly used today, has profoundly changed our knowledge and comprehension of the Earth. Number 7. The printing press. Between 1440 and 1450, German inventor Johannes Gutenberg invented the printing press. Though others had produced movable type made of metal before him, notably inventors in China and Korea, Gutenberg was the first to devise a mechanized technique for transferring the ink which he made from linseed oil and soot from the movable type to paper. Printing presses using this movable type technology exponentially improved the pace with which book copies could be manufactured, resulting in the quick and extensive diffusion of knowledge for the first time in history. The printing machine, among other things, increased access to the Bible, which led to alternative interpretations, like Martin Luther's 95 Theses, a text printed by the 100,000 that ignited the Protestant Reformation. Number 6. The internal combustion engine. The burning of fuel in these engines produces a high-temperature gas that, as it expands, exerts a force to a piston, causing it to move. As a result, combustion engines transform chemical energy into mechanical labor. Many scientists worked for decades to develop the internal combustion engine, which took on its modern shape in the later half of the 19th century. The engine ushered in the industrial age, while also permitting the development of a wide range of machines, including contemporary automobiles and aircraft. Number 5. The telephone. Several pioneering inventors worked on electrical voice transmission, several of whom eventually filed intellectual property cases when telephone use exploded. But it was Scottish inventor Alexander Graham Bell who was the first to be issued a patent for the electric telephone on March 7, 1876. According to historian A. Edward Evanson's book, The Telephone Patent Conspiracy of 1876, the Elisha Gray-Alexander Bell controversy and its many players, 3 days later, Bell made the first telephone call to his helper, Thomas Watson, stating, "Mr. Watson, come here, I want to see you." His family influenced Bell's motivation for the telephone. According to Evanson, his father taught spoken elocution and specialized in teaching the deaf to talk. His mother, an outstanding musician, lost her hearing later in life, and his wife Mabel, whom he married in 1877, had been deaf since the age of 5. The invention took off immediately, revolutionizing worldwide business and communication. When Bell died on August 2, 1922, all telephone service in the United States and Canada was halted for 1 minute to pay tribute to him. Number 4. The light bulb. The light bulb revolutionized our society by reducing our reliance on natural light and allowing us to be productive at any time of day and night. Several inventors contributed to the development of this revolutionary technology throughout the 1800s. Thomas Edison is credited as the primary inventor because in 1879 he created a fully functioning lighting system, including a generator and wiring, as well as a carbon filament bulb like the one shown above. This technology not only pioneered the use of electricity in houses throughout the Western world, but it also had the unintended consequence of altering people's sleep patterns. Instead of going to bed at nightfall and sleeping in chunks throughout the night, interspersed by times of waking, we now stay up except for the 7 to 8 hours permitted for sleep, and we sleep all at once if possible. Number 3. Penicillin. It's one of history's most famous discovery stories. Alexander Fleming, a Scottish chemist, discovered a bacteria-filled petri dish in his laboratory with its lid accidentally ajar in 1928. The sample had become contaminated with mold, and the bacteria had died everywhere where the mold was present. That antibiotic mold turned out to be the fungus Penicillium, and researchers purified it and developed the medication Penicillin during the next 2 decades, which tackles a wide range of bacterial diseases in humans without damaging the humans themselves. By 1944, penicillin was being mass-produced and commercialized. This poster, which was placed on a curbside mailbox, instructed World War II veterans to use the medicine to cure venereal disease. According to a 2003 study published in the journal Clinical Reviews in Allergy and Immunology, about 1 in 10 persons suffer an allergic reaction to the antibiotic. Nevertheless, most of those people go on to be able to tolerate the medicine, researchers noted. Number 2. Contraceptives. Birth control pills, condoms, and other forms of contraception have not only sparked a sexual revolution in the developed world by allowing men and women to have sex for pleasure rather than procreation, but they have also significantly reduced the average number of offspring per woman in countries where they are used. Modern families have greater standards of living and can provide better for each child because they have fewer mouths to feed. Meanwhile, on a worldwide basis, contraception is assisting in the progressive leveling off of the human population. Our population will most likely reach a plateau by the end of the century. Certain contraceptives, such as condoms, also help to keep sexually transmitted infections at bay. For millennia, natural and herbal contraception has been practiced. According to scholar Jessica Borge in her book Protective Practices, A History of the London Rubber Company and the Condom Business, condoms or sheaths have existed in one form or another since ancient times, with the rubber condom developed in the 19th century. Meanwhile, according to author Jonathan Aick's book, The Birth of the Pill, How 4 Pioneers Reinvented Sex and Launched a Revolution, the FDA approved the first oral contraceptive pill in the United States in 1960. And by 1965, more than 6.5 million American women were on the pill. Scientists are continuing to make advances in birth control, with some laboratories even working on a male version of the pill. The Food and Drug Administration approved Assure, a permanent birth control implant, in 2002. However, the FDA warned in 2016 that the device would require stronger warnings to inform patients about the serious risks of using Assure. Number 1. The Internet. In the 1960s, a group of computer scientists working for the United States Defense Department's Advanced Research Projects Organization created ARPANET, the predecessor of the Internet, to connect the computers in the agency. It featured a data transmission technology known as packet switching, which was created by computer scientist and team member Lawrence Roberts based on previous work by other computer scientists. According to computer scientist Harry R. Lewis in his book Ideas That Created the Future, Classic Papers of Computer Science, this technology was advanced in 1970s by scientists Robert Kahn and Vincent Cerf, who developed the critical communication protocols for the Internet, the Transmission Control Protocol and the Internet Protocol. For this, Kahn and Cerf are frequently referred to as the inventors of the Internet. The World Wide Web was invented by computer scientist Tim Berners-Lee while working at CERN in 1989, propelling the Internet forward even further. The core aim of the WWW was to unite the growing technologies of computers, data networks, and hypertext into a powerful and easy-to-use worldwide information system, according to CERN. The development of the WWW made the Internet available to everyone and connected the world in ways that it had never been before. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. Which of these inventions left you amazed? Let us know in the comments. Like this video and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you in the next video.